Welcome back to Weather Nation. Over the last couple of days, dry conditions have led to a very large wildfire that has been burning now just to the east of Naples, Florida, in Collier County, Florida. This is some video that you are seeing coming in from the sheriff's office back on Wednesday. Firefighters have been working around the clock to get the containment numbers up, and although we have had some improvement as of Thursday morning, unfortunately the weather conditions have been a lot tougher for firefighters. We have drought situations across the Sunshine State. We've been seeing gusty winds in the afternoon and very, very dry conditions. Not a lot of moisture to help with those fuels already on the ground. And so we want to talk to the experts that are in southwestern Florida, get a little bit of information about what's been happening. And so joining us now, we would like to talk to Melinda Avni. And Melinda, the latest moving forward into Thursday afternoon, the fire has not grown in size, but it has come from a couple of different fires that were burning in the last 24 hours.
Yes, that's correct. We've had two smaller fires that each grew in size rather rapidly, one to about 1,500, the other to 2,500, and now they're collectively operating as one fire out in the Golden Gate Estates area of Naples.
And this has been a concern not just in the Naples area, but across the entire state of Florida. The drought conditions and the current weather pattern has not been helping at all.
No, unfortunately it is not. Usually about this time of year, we've started to roll into our summer condition. We've gotten some rain, even with a little lightning, which starts our typical weather pattern for summer fires. It's been very dry. We've had very little to no rain. We've had a buildup of fuels over the past 2 years from hurricane weather patterns and drought. And the combination of the conditions plus the locally windy conditions have not worked in our favor with these fires yet.
And one of the things we're looking at, especially for South Florida, is some of the wildfire smoke has been blowing from east to west. And so now we're going to be in a concern for the air quality for some of our cities in southwestern Florida.
Yes, that's going to be a huge concern. Wildfires, unfortunately, because of their unpredictable nature and the difficulty with suppressing them, consume so much fuel so quickly that the smoke and the particulates that come off of them are much more significant than what one would see in a prescribed fire or even your grilling off your grill in the backyard. This is much thicker smoke. It's heavier smoke. It can be very severe, and we are recommending folks who have respiratory conditions to remain indoors and keep the windows closed.
Melinda, we've been looking at the forecast here on Weather Nation over the next couple of days. We know we have this area of low pressure developing to the south, but unless you start to get some supple amounts of moisture like we're seeing in the Keys, it doesn't really seem like that will be aiding the firefighters as we get into the next couple of days, the most critical point fighting these fires.
That's correct. Rain is definitely going to be our friend here, lessening of wind, our second best friend. Right now, what we're doing is we're getting around this fire as best we can with multiple fire cooperators from multiple agencies in the area and throughout the state. We have some more folks coming in starting this afternoon and tomorrow to assist with that management of the wildfire crews and the firefighters. So while we are hoping for rain, we know that the likelihood that we won't get much has got us gearing up on personnel so that we can do ourselves what we may not be able to depend upon Mother Nature to do for us.
And I think one of the things we always look at is the wind speeds. And we look at the wind forecast. You have sustained winds between 15 to 20 miles per hour. That may not get to red flag criteria, but we still could see new fires spark or even spread across the southern part of the state.
Yes, we could. Absolutely. One of the things we are asking folks to do, especially folks who are not in areas with a wildfire right now, is to please be extra cautious with anything that emits a spark. The conditions are very dry right now, and a person could easily be surprised how quickly a fire will take and how quickly that can grow into a blaze under these conditions.